think we're live now.
Hey, what's happening? How you doing? I didn't even close the doors. You hear people out there on the phone? They're buying and selling houses on the phone as we speak.
Should have postponed this a week before we got started back.
Really? Candace is going to close the doors. Wait a minute. Is this today's? Did I do the right one? Are we on the right podcast? We do have people here, but I already see a lot of comments down here, so I'm wondering if we're on the right podcast.
I don't know what you did.
That's funny. How is everybody? Give us a shout out. Let us know how you're doing. Put your comments below. Right? So how was your Christmas? How was everybody's Christmas? Everybody have a good Christmas? New Year's?
And New Year, yeah.
Exactly.
Back into the swing of things here on the 2nd.
That's awesome. See, how you like my new Harley shirt?
Harley shirt.
Oh, wrong side. Harley shirt. Look at the back of it.
He's showing it off because I gave him the gift card to go get that.
Yes, she did.
After he traded 2 of the presents my children picked out for him.
I hope Morgan and Michaela aren't watching or mad as far as that goes.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't with us, but the girls don't have Facebook pages, so you're safe. It's just me that you disappointed us.
Oh, that's not what you said earlier this morning.
I'm just kidding. I know, but people are here now. This is when it's funny.
Right? Okay.
It's not funny when it's just me.
What shirt Candace? What shirt you got on?
I have on "Do It Different, Be a Maverick." This is a shirt that was given to us by one of our friends in the education industry. He's a real estate investor, really great guy.
And he's a motivational guy too.
He is super motivational. And great family guy though. He's got an awesome family. And we were at an expo and he gave me one of his shirts. So I've got it on today. You're welcome, Paul.
Awesome. And I just spoke with Manny this morning on the phone with Manny. In fact, I'm going to be talking to him again right after I love the big pockets on my shirt. I'm
not sure also, Manny, where this comment of pinch Kandas came from, but there will be none of that.
That was funny. I asked her earlier, I said, Kandas, did you hear that? Because she could hear us talking from her office.
He doesn't know, though, how much I mute him out. Like, I really just tuned out his voice and I'm focused on what I've got to get done. So I didn't hear any of it.
Awesome. Look, Denise is ready to get Filthy Riches going.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
2019 is your year, Denise.
Yeah, baby. That's sweet. Look, Matt Green's in the house. That's good. I love it. What does this little thing right here do? Oh, look. That shows who's on here. There, look at that.
So 2019 for Larry is going to be a year of discovery.
It's the year of learning technology, right? Yeah. Ray Perry.
Ray's on?
Yeah. No. Asked if I'm going to Ray Perry's event next year. You'll have to ask Candace that.
You'll have to ask Ray.
Yeah, you'll really have to ask Ray.
She does. She has her guest speakers on a rotation, so I'm not sure. We were just there, so we may not be able to go this year. She may hold us till next year, but not sure on that. We were just there though.
Awesome. That's cool. We got more comments. Keep the comments coming in. Licit Calvillo. Welcome to the area. That's funny. If you're just now joining us, be sure and get your investor kit. Call 877-LARRY-GO. You can also text, but I don't know.
We don't know the number. we don't have the number memorized. And
I told Candace like 3 minutes ago.
Right now, which is when the broadcast started.
I know. I said, I don't have any agenda where we can scroll the thing across there. I said, let's see, 877-LARRY-GO. What else? She said, yeah, you can text. I said, okay, what's the number? She said, I don't know what the number is.
So this, though, is not how 2019 is going to go for us. We are not going to be behind the 8 ball consistently.
That's true. I am really, really excited about 2019. I'm going to let you guys know. I know a lot of people talk about New Year's resolution. I'm not really a big fan of resolutions, but but I do believe in setting goals, and I do believe in having them in writing. And there's my lovely wife. Hey, honey, how are you? I do believe in setting goals and not necessarily resolutions. And one of my goals for this year is to get in the best health I've been in years. And I'm really excited about that. I'm starting to eat better and exercise. And I've got an appointment this afternoon with what do you call it? A natural,
like a natural doctor, a homeopathic,
a natural
doctor.
path something. Pam says it's Kandas. What does that mean?
Aunt Cash had asked how to spell my name. You were way off, Cash. It was, it's all right. Pam's got you squared away there. It's not. I can't take credit for it. It's my father's doing.
There you go.
So
needed to be different.
Yeah, I had no opinion in the matter. Just to say.
That's funny. So let us know what some of your goals are. There's Ben. What's going on, Ben? Haven't heard from you in a while. Right? So, and I hear you on writing out the goals.
Yep.
A goal that's in writing is irrelevant. It's just a conversation. And a goal without a deadline is just a conversation as well, right? So, so let us know what some of your goals are. What's some of the things that you guys are doing? One of the things that I've decided is I'm not going to travel anymore. I shouldn't say anymore. That's not really right because we're traveling next week, aren't we?
Yeah, 2 weeks from now we will be on a plane.
We're going to a mastermind event, but it's really about creating a personal vision for yourself and your family. And that's that mastermind that we're in. And we're also in another mastermind that's real estate specific. So outside of that, I'm really not traveling to speak anymore unless it's Ray Perry, right?
Well, I mean, and to be fair, there's a few of our colleagues, if you want to call them colleagues or friends, that are in the education industry that you'll still go and speak for.
Oh yeah.
It's a very small list, honestly. Not that there's a small list of friends, but it's just we really had to refocus where Larry's attention was going to go. And part of that is just going to have, it's got to stop the traveling to be able to be here and focus on what needs to be done here. And we can't do that if we're out all the time. So.
Awesome. Yeah, that's true. That's so true. So I'm not speaking in any RIA groups, but I will speak for like friends at their boot camps and stuff like that. Like Ray Perry and a couple more. Look, Kenny Culver's in the house.
And Kenny's goal this year is to have his first kid. Are you is this in the works, Kenny?
Is there something we don't know about yet, Kenny? Come on, man.
Because, yeah.
What's up with that?
Like you gotta have a little bit. You're gonna have to throw a little bit more out there with us on that one, just because we know you. I'm gonna need more detail. I'm gonna need some more detail on that.
We want to hear details, Kenny. Come on, man, tell us.
Aunt Cash had 20 deals this year. That's awesome. That's a great one.
That is a really good one. That's a good one.
Bring all our kids into a discussion about our dreams, values, goals. Ben, that is awesome. And I'm doing that with my kids as well. I don't want to just have goals for myself and my husband have goals. I want for our kids to have goals as well. And their goals to kind of support where our family is wanting to take us in 2019. Whether it's traveling, where destinations that they want to go to, or different things that they want to do. My daughter, this is her last year in middle school, so going into high school next year is going to be a big change for all of us, and making sure that she's starting to plan for different things with that, and college tours and all of that good stuff. So we've got, I'm doing the same thing you are with that, is making sure my kids have goals in writing as well.
That's awesome.
I love that.
And a deadline. Make sure there's a deadline.
Well, yeah. I mean, it has to. Well, right now with them, I think loosely the deadline is December 31st, 2019.
A goal without a deadline is a conversation, right? And look, Kenny answered your question. Look at that. There's the due date right there.
Yay! That's awesome.
Congratulations, man. That is awesome.
That's great.
That's really cool, man. I'm really excited. I've been checking out what you're doing. You post a lot of stuff on Facebook, and I've been checking it out. We don't talk all that much, but man, I do follow you and I'm interested in what's going on in your life, and I appreciate you.
Well, those are the best of friends though, too, when you can fall right back in and like you haven't talked in a month or 4 months or 6 months or however long. And then you just start having a conversation, and it's like you never stop. It's like you just talked to him yesterday. And that is, for me, the type of kindredness or whatever that
Kindred
is
spirit.
there with Kenny. Yeah.
Like kindred spirit or something. Right? Okay, look, Chris, get his business off the ground.
That's awesome.
That's great. That's great. So there you go. So what else? Go see Van Halen again. That's Manny's goal. He wants to go see Van Halen again. You know what? They are touring again. Or they're talking about a 2019 tour. I just heard something the other day. I just watched a Van Halen documentary on Netflix the other day. That was cool. So Dave's is Dave Lee, not Dave Lee Roth, but Dave Lee. 2 flips and 4 wholesales. That's awesome. That is really good, man. Yeah, and
do the wholesales first.
Exactly.
That way you build up your capital.
You got to do that. You got to do that because, listen, after you do a couple of wholesales, you're going to be flips. What?
That may change.
It
might not. You might be one of those people that loves to do flips, that loves to do rehabs. I'm glad the world has them. We are just not 2 of them at all.
That's true. I don't like rehabs. Although we're closing on one deal this month.
Although
we're closing on one deal this month. So
I'm not going to Van Halen with you 2 again. I know it rained on us last time. We'll have to get like seats under the canopy.
That's my wife. Time. That's my wife. Thanks, honey. Appreciate it. She's not going to Van Halen. I'm already in the works to get tickets to see Ozzy. Ozzy's coming to Charlotte in June, so I'm excited about that. So I'm sure my wife's not going to go see Ozzy either. Honey, would you go see Ozzy Osbourne with me? Would you?
While there's 41 people
just give me a little shout out right here and let me know. Would you go see Ozzy with me?
She didn't even say Van Halen.
She's Van Galen.
Van Galen.
I don't know if that was a Freudian slip on her part.
Even if it wasn't,
it was good.
Awesome. Yes, that's awesome.
That was good. Ben wants to join the partner program. Used to be called Inner Circle, but now it's look, not a chance. Come on. So, all right, I'll have to find someone else to go with you. That's funny. We were talking the other night. We said, Pam said, "You want to go out on a date tonight?" I said, "Sure. Who are you going to take?"
She's going to hurt you. She's going to hurt you.
All right. So Ben's goal is to join the Inner Circle, which is now the partner program. And so
it's better than ever. So much better
really
than
is.
The Inner Circle program, in my opinion.
Oh my gosh, our students are getting so much results. It's results-oriented, hands-on training, on the job, hands-on training, where you get right in the trenches and you're doing deals. It's not me standing up here saying you got to do this, you got to do that. It's no, you flip open your computer, you're getting your list, you're ordering your direct mail, you're setting up your website, you're setting up all your marketing, you're making the phone ring, and then I help you. I've even gotten on calls with sellers for students before, right? I'm not going to make a habit of it, but I've gotten on calls.
If that's what you need, though.
Yeah, if it's whatever you need, right? So whatever it is, our goal is to get you your deals in absolutely as soon as possible, right? So there you have it. So if you have an interest in that, we do have our January event is full. You come here to my office if you want to for 3 days, right? And it's not me standing up here teaching for 3 days. It's in my office where you're on the computer, setting up your business, getting your marketing going. So when you get home, the phone starts ringing off the hook, right? That's the whole goal right there, right? So if you do want to apply, go to LarryGoins.com/apply, right? So what we're going to talk today as far as education and training today is two things. Business versus investment real estate, okay? Business versus investment. Now, with real estate, you've got buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. That could be wholesaling. That could be fix and flips. It could be selling on a land contract or seller financing and then selling the note. Those are all businesses, right? Now, remember, with the business, every month you go from hero to zero. Every month. Am I right?
Every day.
Every day. Every month
day
you go
it
from
feels
hero to zero. Like last month, even though it was December, we still closed like 88,000 or something in profits, right? In December. And even though it was December, we still did, it's like 88,000 or something in profits.
And we were closed the last week.
We were closed the last week of December. That was kind of funny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's a business. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Well, an investment is buy and hold. An investment could be commercial, multifamily, it could be self-storage, it could be single family rentals, it could be doing lease options, it could be doing seller financing, but you keep the note, right? So investment is long term. Now, here's one thing that's very, very, very important. You got to make sure you keep your buy sell business separate from your investment business.
Very
right?
important.
It is very important. It's two different entities. You don't want to buy and sell in the same entity that you're buying and holding. For example, if you're buying and selling and you're generating a lot of cash in a wholesaling business or a fix and flip business, and then you have one rental property that's in the same entity, what if someone trips and falls and you get sued in that entity? Well, that's going to sue your entity that's generating all the cash, right? You never do business where you hold your investments, right? A good way to put this is think about, go ahead.
No.
Think about a dog, right? Never do business in your own yard, right?
That's the cleanest way. That's the cleanest way I think you've ever put it.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, how does the government shutdown affect real estate? Well, I'm not really sure, but I'm hoping it affects me and that the IRS auditor is going to take a lot longer to come to their final conclusion.
Because they're not being paid to work. That's awful. But you know.
Yes, I did go there, Ben. That's okay. It's been going on for 1.5 years anyway.
All we can do is laugh about this whole audit thing now, because early on, we would have just cried the whole way through.
Well, at first I was like really scared and nervous. I've never been through an IRS audit, but it really is like a financial colonoscopy. It really is. It really is, and it's scary. But we got through the whole audit and everything.
Until you know like what they're looking at, what they're looking for, and kind of what their direction is. It was kind of scary. And then when we started getting more details about exactly what they wanted and everything like that, then it was a lot clearer. And our tax attorney with that was phenomenal.
That's true. That is true. We have a really good tax attorney. So if you ever get audited and you're a real estate investor, you let me know. I will hook you up. Right. So, but yeah, it's, Ben's been audited 5 times. No, you didn't. So yeah, we've gone through the audit. The auditor's made his final report. And right now we're just in the appeals process because we don't agree with some of the things that he said, some of the, what would you call it? The stances he took.
Well, he went back. He went back and forth a little bit. So
he did go back and forth. 1 year he said yes. 1 year he said no. So we're going to combine them all and we're going to appeals court. Right. So anyway, the wall will never get built. Build that wall. Build that wall. Now it's a fence, Manny.
We need to move on. We need to move on back to business versus investment. I mean, business versus whatever you have written.
Business versus investment, okay? Never operate a business in the same entity that you hold investments, okay? And if it's commercial, you want all the entities to be separate. Like, for example, this building that we're in right now, it's in one entity, right? And there's nothing else in that entity except for this building. And any other commercial properties like Dollar General or Shoney's restaurants or any of that other stuff that I've owned, they will all be in their own separate entity, right?
Notes, those are separate too.
Right. They're all separate entities. Oh, notes. Yes, you want your notes held because note has a lot lower liability than real estate, right? So if you're holding notes, you want that in a separate entity. And a lot of people say, well, how many entities do I need? Well, a good rule of thumb is about $250,000 in equity per entity. That's a good rule of thumb, right? So if your houses are $50,000 houses, that's five $50,000 houses in an entity, right? Now that's just a rule of thumb. That's all it is, right? That's Manny says that I need 10 of them. Good for you, man. That's awesome.
But you guys that are brand new and just starting out, don't get freaked out about having 2 or 3 or 5 entities or whatever like that. Just start with wholesaling, get some capital and get some experience under your belt, and then start looking at adding some other entities. You just need one to keep from doing business in your personal name to run your wholesales through.
That's exactly right. Now, the next thing I want to talk about today on today's show is what type of business do you actually want? Do you want an enterprise business or a lifestyle business? Now, let me tell you the difference, okay? An enterprise business is like what we have. We have a staff, we have people in accounting, we have marketing, we have sales, acquisition, and closing, right? And then what Kandas does and what I do, right?
which don't really have a title. it's just a catch-all from, how shit rolls downhill is what happens, and then somebody's got to catch it. So that's what happens. There's no title for that. Don't get your hopes up.
I know, right? There is no job title, right? Mm-hmm. That's for people who want a weekly paycheck, right? They want the job title.
Yeah.
Well, we can't give you a raise right now, but we have given you a promotion. That didn't sound too good. Shh, they might hear. Right.
That's what happens.
So anyway, do you want an enterprise business like we have, that's an office with staff and all that, or a lifestyle business? And quite frankly, most new real estate investors, they start out with what's called a lifestyle business, okay?
And there's nothing wrong with that if that's the way you want to keep it. We're actually trying to go back a little bit once we get all of our engines running here in the right direction and everything built up the way that it needs to be. Then there'll be a time to resort back to a lifestyle business because you built the enterprise up enough to support the Versa.
Exactly. So a lot of people start out, they're working from home, they're working at Starbucks, whatever it is. You may have a virtual assistant, a VA, right? But that is a lifestyle business, okay? It's all based around your lifestyle. I know a lot of people that work from home, they have families, they want to be home with their kids. They just go in their office, their home office, shut the door, work for a little while, come out, have lunch with the family or whatever. Right. They do their own thing like that, right? So that's a lifestyle business. And we have elected to do an enterprise business. I really do like the camaraderie. I like being around people. We've got a bailout here. Every time somebody buys a house or sells a house, we get one under contract or we have a closing, they ring the bell, right? And then everybody in the office claps, right? So it's just a lot of fun. I like being around that whole camaraderie. And
camaraderie.
Camaraderie. Is that a word? That is a word.
Camaraderie is. I don't know about camaraderie. We'll just keep going. We'll just keep moving.
I got some Candasisms I can pull out of my phone.
I'm gonna start writing yours down.
So anyway, most people do start out as a lifestyle business and doing it by themselves and then start working their way up to an enterprise business. Like if you want to do 5, 10, 15 deals a month like we do, then what you could do is you need to hire that first person. And see, what you're going to do is you're going to do everything at first. You're going to do marketing, sales, which is acquisitions, or I should say marketing, acquisitions, sales, and closing, right? That's just about everything right there. So, and due diligence is thrown in there and all that stuff
but
too.
But don't get discouraged about this either. It sounds like a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot for anybody. But don't get discouraged, because what it's going to give you is experience, and you'll be able to build processes and policies of the way you want other people to do it, right? So that when you do start adding those people to your team, you'll automatically have a check and balance because you used to do it. You can speak from experience about how you want them to do it. Now, yes, they may have some ideas on how to make things better. You always want to hire people that'll bring something to your team or be an asset to your team.
Right.
But ultimately, if you've done it before, you're going to have more knowledge on how you want it done.
That's exactly right. You should always know how to do everything in your business so someone cannot take advantage of you, right? Because if you don't really know how to negotiate over the phone, somebody else could tell you, well, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is, right? And it's really difficult to get wisdom without experience.
I don't think
right?
you can.
Well, you can't get wisdom without experience, but you can glom on to someone who has it, right?
Well, I do agree. You can learn from other people's mistakes, and you can look at the way they have stuff set up and things like that. So, I mean, I guess you can glom wisdom from other people.
Well, it's kind of like some of our partner students. They'll call me and ask me about something. Are you okay over there?
Yeah.
They'll call me and ask me about something, and chances are I've run into it before, right?
You've been around a long time.
Well, pretty long. But it's kind of like back before Christmas. We had a person that was going to buy a property, and they were going to get a hard money loan to buy the property. And I told everybody in the office, I told them, I said, don't count on this deal closing with a hard money loan. Don't count on it. Because a lot of hard money lenders, they'll get right up to the closing date. And, oh, we can only loan you 60% instead of 70%. Oh, we're going to charge you another 5 points. Oh, we need another $5,000 in reserve, right? Mm-hmm. So luckily, the buyer had cash as well. And we let the buyer know, we let the whole team know, don't count on this loan. Now, we need to go ahead and proceed as if it's a cash sale. And sure enough, it was like 2 days before closing. The lender came back and said they can't do the deal. And, I only knew that from experience, right? I only knew it from experience. And another thing that happened was we had a deal that was supposed to close right before Christmas, right? Which would have put us over $100,000 for that month for December. But we had a deal that was closing right before Christmas, and there were 8 people on title. And I was really, really nervous about doing an assignment because we were making, I can't remember how much we were making on the deal, but if we had done a deal where we closed on it, if we had done a deal where we physically closed on it and then resold it, there wouldn't have been a problem. But I told everybody in the office, I said, there's 8 people on title. Somebody's going to have an issue with us making this much money on an assignment, right? And sure enough, over the Christmas break, Kandas got a call. And the guy said, I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to sell your house to you, or our house to you. So I got him on the phone today, and I said, look, what's going on? Well, one of the brothers or sisters freaked out, and they don't want to sell anymore. Well, see, I'd already negotiated the deal from 35 down to 25. Now, we had it under contract at 35. And then I renegotiated the deal down to 25, right? So, and we had it sold for like 40, I think. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so I got him on the phone, and he said, yeah, they just don't want to sign. They don't want to sign. I said, well, what's wrong? Well, they don't want to give the property away. I said, will they sign if we go back, if we do 30? Will they do 30? Well, I think they'll probably do that. So instead of making 15, we'll make 10 on it, right? So that's another good little tip right there. Renegotiate all the deals that you can, right? You got to have a good legitimate reason, but renegotiate all the deals that you can renegotiate. So, it's hard to get wisdom without the weight, but aligning yourself with somebody that knows what they're doing and learning from them and having their personal phone number, being able to reach out to them, really helps give you wisdom without the weight. And in fact, I got that term from one of our partners who said, Larry, being in your partner program is like wisdom without the weight.
And you thought, I'm using that.
I am using that, and I just did. So that's the difference between an enterprise business and a lifestyle business and a business versus investment. So, guys, please, if you enjoy this, if you like it, please share it with other people and share it on your page right now. And let's see how many shares and views and all that cool stuff we can get. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
I don't think so.
I got to get back on the phone. I got about 40 people I got to call today. While we were on Christmas break, Angel came into the office and he set up about 20 appointments for
Making
me to
us
call.
all look bad.
I know, right? So he set up about 20 appointments for me to call people. So I got to call and buy some houses over the phone this afternoon.
So we'll have a deal of the week next week.
Yes, we will. Don't have one this week because we've been gone for 2 or 3 weeks. Awesome. So thank you guys very much for watching. We really appreciate it. Share, share, share.
Bye, guys.